but I'm just letting my freak flag show a little bit. I actually think this is kind of hot, not being able to see your partner. Welcome in, welcome back if you're returning. If you're new here, hey, I'm Mo. I'm sure from the channel description and the thumbnails, you can see I react to mostly anime series here, but every once in a while I'll switch it up and watch something that is not anime related. But today is not that day. Today I am getting into a new series for the channel. The synopsis, the plot for this series definitely has me intrigued and invested already. This was something that I could not watch for the channel. Let's get into the actual word for word synopsis of the series. Alrighty, let me get my reading voice on. The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife. Akira Tounome is an invisible gentleman who runs a detective agency, and Shizuka Yakou, I'm sure I said that wrong, is a mild-mannered blind woman who works there. Shizuka can always find Akira, even when he turns completely invisible. Love begins to blossom between them as they grow closer to each other day by day. A touching and adorably frustrating romantic comedy is about to begin. This sounds so cool. All right, y'all. Again, if you're new, get comfy. I have a very casual channel. I'm very laid back, just so you know. Okay, let's get into it.
あ、遠野目さん。あ、
隣大丈夫でした？
どうぞ。
Even though she has headphones on, oh, she
ヤ
felt
コウさ
him
ん、
sit down.
目見えませんよね。
遠野目さんの匂いがしたので。
Okay, and his
と
smell.
かそういう意味じゃなくて。ほら、私目が見えない代わりに耳とか鼻がいいみたいで。
I actually heard, like in like
よほ
real
ど
life,
鼻
I
がいいんで
had
すね。僕には自分の
listened
体臭を
to
嗅ぎ
a
取れませ
deaf
ん。
person
本当に。
talk about, answer that question if other senses are heightened. And this particular person said that, like, if you're disabled, or missing one of your senses, it doesn't actually strengthen the other ones.
そこにいますよね。
僕を見つけ出せるのはヤコウさんだけかもしれませんね。
Oh.
好みはありますか？洋食とか中華とか和食とか。
何でも大丈夫ですよ。
アレルギーはあります？
大丈夫です。
よかった。実は行ってみたいお店があったんです。
いいですね。そこにしましょう。
ええ、そうしましょう。では、手を。
Oh, this is so cute.
あら、歩くリズムが不安定なような。
Oh. You see the background characters? Like,
実はお店が決まってなくて悩んでる。
there's like
私が希望を言わないから。
animal-like characters. So this is just a very diverse world. Okay.
初めてのお店ですし、おすすめコースでお願いしたんです。
Animated food, anime food be looking so good.
冒険ですね。
I would never lose any weight. I can barely lose it now, but definitely.
職場の人と外食するの初めてです。
そうなんですか。
だからなんだか嬉しくって。
I wonder how long she's worked for him.
ときめいてしまいました。 この後ご飯一緒にどうでしょう。12時のとこに起きますね。
おお、どうも。
Oh, you see
どう
these
かしま
little
した？
things that he's doing?
男
It's
性
at
と
12
二人で食
o'clock.
事なんてのも
Take my
初
arm.
め
I'm
てな
finna
ので、
start
なん
walking.
だかデートみたいだななんて。
そのつもりですよ。緊張してます？
まあそれなりに。一人でいややお恥ずかしい。
僕は透明なので、もともと何かと分かりづらいのですが、ヤコウさんなら服の上からでも伝わるでしょうか。ヤコウさん一人緊張してると思われては困ります。
トノメさんもドキドキしてます。
口外されても困りますね。
Why she
さっきのドキド
hesitant?
キがまだ残ってる。
Oh. No,
しっ
girl,
かり
put
掴ま
your
ないと危なくないです
yeah.
か？
Grab
保証もあ
hold.
りますし、なんとかなります。
そうですか。では、その逆でしょうか。
トノメさん、今笑ってるでしょ。
え、わかりました？
隠しきれてませんよ。
僕は隠したりしませんよ。むしろ暴かれたい。
Oh. I like that. He compared to like some other romance series, and this is what I like about romance series that have adult characters. Now this isn't always the case, but most times I feel like with adult characters, there's not this whole beating around the bush, okay? Just being very back and forth about how you feel and telling the love interest how they feel. He's being very purposeful in his word choice, right? And I think Shizuka is picking up what he is putting down.
スキップしたい気分ですけど、どうです？一緒にスキップします？
しません。トノメさんもしないでください。
He's so happy he
お
can
や、
skip.
残念。では、今は気持ちを抑えて、しっかりエスコートさせてくださいね。
There you go. She gotta like decompress.
もしかして今日私、トノメさんといい感じだったのでは。お風呂が沸きました。
That feeling is always, I think, like really awesome. All the endorphins from being out and having such a good time with somebody.
ヤコウさん、
言葉や声が穏やかで、音で所作が綺麗なのが伝わってくる。トノメさんは素敵な人な気がする。待て待て、食事に一回行っただけだから落ち着いて。透明って確か見えないってことなんだよね。見える人の見えないってどういう感じなんだろう。もしかしてトーノメさんって自分の姿を見えてほしいって思ってます？
僕の姿を？別に思わないですかね。ヤコウさんは僕を見たいって思いますか？
トーノメさんがどんな人かは感じられるので、私はそれで十分かなって。
Uh-oh.
危なかったね、静香。
ジャラシさん。
怪我はないかい？
はい。 ころに壁が。
誰が壁だ。
キキラさん。
邪魔。後ろに5歩。
ジャラシさん、キキラさん。私の身だしなみって変だったりしません？
おやおや、もしかして気になるやつでもいるのかい？今日の静香も綺麗だよ。恋愛相談なら私に任せな。いやあんたに言われたかないね。
I know, he seems a bit of a Debbie Downer.
どのめさん。
ちょっと
He just need to get some more sleep.
髪に触れる？どのめさんの手が近づいてくる気配が。
はい、取れましたよ。桜の花びら。
もしかしてあんたの恋愛相談って。
Yes, yes.
そろそろ打ち合わせの時間ですよ、多分。
そうですか。
Okay, so I'm gonna guess at the various positions that these characters have for his agency. So Akira obviously is his agency. He the lead investigator. Then we got Shizuka. It seems like she she's like the office manager, right? She books the consultation, she gets the paperwork ready, manages the files, does the return calls, order the supplies. Then we got, what's his name? Kira, the Debbie Downer man. I think he probably do the tech part of the job. He keep all the equipment running, the cameras, the recorders, the printer. He probably install the spyware and stuff like that. He do the online research and background checks, all the technical things I can see him doing. And then Miss Ma'am over here with the tail, she is probably like the second investigator. She seemed like she also might be the muscle. Yeah, that's what I get.
それでは詳しく教えていただけますか？
あの人モテるし、結婚する前にちゃんとしてる人か知っておきたくて。
本当ににゃーって鳴くカエルを見たんだ。
あの人浮気してるのよ。こそこそ怪しいの。
Oh, I don't want to talk about nobody. She said he cheating on me.
1センチ手足長い。
唇の湿度 10%。
パワー丈夫。メモを取りましたけど。
あまり特徴差のない種族のようですね。
見つかりますかね。
あいつらとそっくりなやつ探せばいいだけじゃね。
He like, it ain't that hard.
こんな時、透明人間は楽ですね。今日は営業後寄り道もなく職場に帰ること。あとは就業時間まで待ちます。
ありがとう。
透明人間も楽ではないですね。
どんなものか聞いてみます？お？
It sounds like,
今話してる恋愛
yeah.
小説なんですけど、デートで食事に行ってバラの花がきっかけで2人は。
It sounds like she's listening to that at like 4 times speed. I actually have to slow it down. I usually do like 0.7 to 0.9 speed. Because a lot of the times I'm doing something else and I just don't want to miss and to process what is being said. but I don't know how people doing it. Like, I feel like if you listening to it that fast, like, are you really processing what is happening? I don't know. To each their own.
静か、よく聞き取れるね。私にはさっぱり。
ああ、
Exactly.
小さい頃から聞き取りには慣れているので。でもジャラシさんって獣人さんですよね。
Okay,
耳
Jarashi.
も鼻もよく聞くって本で。
ああ、私、普段はそうでもないからな。本気出すと違うんだけど。
ああ、本気モードのジャラシさんですか。たまに
Mm-hmm.
調査報告で
I get that.
トーノメさ
I'm
んとチキラ
very
さん
nose
話してますね。
blind.
静かもなんか困ってる
Something
こと
could
は
be
ないか
burning
い？
in the kitchen and I don't
本気
smell
の
it.
私なら何でもぶっ倒しちゃうよ。あ、このレシートかすれちゃってるよ。
ああ、たまにあるんですよね。いくらって書いてあります？
1600円だよ。
ありがとうございます。それは経費で落とせないですね。
ダメなのかい？いや、悪いね。人間用のチュールなくてさ。
あ、おかえりなさい、トーノメさん。
あ、誰もいないよ。
Wow.
ヤコ、お前怪我したのか？
Uh-oh.
どっか怪我したのかい？
ジャラシさんが救急箱持ってきてくれたんですけど、必要なのトーノメさんですよ。
Why is he so quiet?
ヤコウさんの前じゃ姿を消しても意味ないですね。
Oh. So he was cheating.
探偵なんて雇ってんじゃねえ。
ああ、何言ってんの？
まあまあ、二人とも落ち着いて。
邪魔よ。痛い。
I'm surprised he had that meeting with both of them present. One would think that he would have just had the meeting with the client, right? But maybe she invited his behind there because she wanted him to know she knew. And she had the proof right there.
ええ、依頼人も冷静になってその場は落ち着きましたよ。みんな不思議があるんですけどね。僕の体から出たものは透明じゃなくなるんですよ。
へえ、透明人間も血が出るんだ。
俺初めて見たわ。
自分の傷の具合も透明で見えないんですよね。多分大した傷じゃないので大丈夫ですよ。思ったよ
Oh.
り血出てますけど。
血はたくさん出ると死ぬんですよ。
なんでしょう。心配をかけたくなかったんですけどね。不思議と嬉しくてこそばゆいです。
Oh. I teared up a little bit. This is so sweet.
実はくすぐったがりです。
コトコトしましょうか？
しませんよ。おや、みんないないですね。
あ、そろそろ定時かも。
ええ、仕事が遅れてますし、怪我も仕事に支障が出るほどでもないので。
ということはまた残業。
Wow, he's a hard worker.
一切休憩なしの
But
パタ
when
ーン。
you running your own business, most times you have to be.
なので、終わったらちょっとだけ一緒に休憩しませんか？
いえ、今から一緒に休憩しましょう。
Oh, okay.
仕事はいいんですか？
I love that. She invited him out.
よかった。
トーノメさん、前に食事に誘ってくれたけど、あの一回きりなのかな。私、やっぱりトーノメさんとまたデートがしたいんだ。
Well, tell him. Tell him.
どこか食事に行きませんか？
あ、
どうしました？
オリジナルのブレンドティーが作れるお店を見つけまして、お誘いしたかったのです。
That sounds fun.
待ってください。先に日程決めましょう。
Well, y'all, that was episode 1 of The Invisible Man and his soon to be wife. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. So, I said I was going to go over some pros to and plus sides of a relationship like theirs, right? So, first things first, I feel like their relationship is built on a different level of trust. So, of course, Shizuka, she can't see him, but she feels like she can trust him, that she knows what type of person he is by how he carries himself, how he interacts with others, how dedicated he is to his job. Um, and then for Akira, he knows that it seems like he understands that he has to be conscious and is very mindful of how he communicates and navigates with and around Shizuka. I feel like, the second thing is that a plus side to their relationship is that there's less pressure. There's less pressure around physical looks, aesthetic, beauty. Just imagine how many people are missing each other because of how because of the perception of how the other looks, right? So, for example, you could be missing out on the love of your life because you're not physically attracted to them, or they don't quite check off all of the things on your checklist. This person could be kind, a good provider, have a great sense of humor, but because of the way they look, you missing out on potentially one of the loves, because I feel like you can have more than one love of your life. Um, you could be missing out on a love in your life. So there's definitely less physical pressure. She even asked him, "Do you wish I could see you?" And he's like, "No." What else? I think it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. He gets a lot of requests to investigate if someone is cheating. And so I don't think, at least on the visual aspect, I don't think that they got to worry about that, you know, being tempted, at least on Shizuka's part, right? She can't see. I don't see her being tempted away from him. And from the get-go, from the first minute, he just seemed to really already be really into her. So I think that the cheating or potential for cheating between them is very, very low. And lastly, I feel like their relationship is, and as we can already see, it's going to be built on how they communicate with each other, the physical presence that they have, the emotional availability that they have with one another, um, touch, his voice, right? Her voice, all of those other senses are going to be heightened because of her not being able to see him, and him not being able to be seen. Again, this is all very interesting and very cute. And then, unrelated, but I'm just letting my freak flag show a little bit. I actually think this is kind of hot, not being able to see your partner. Okay, used in the best way, it could be a really good thing. Now, I'm not talking about have y'all seen I think it's called The Invisible Man. Have y'all seen that movie? It's like it was released a couple years ago. It's with the actress that played in The Handmaid's Tale. Now, I'm not talking about that Invisible Man. He was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. All right. In that scene with him in that suit with all them eyes definitely triggered my tripophobia. But we talking about not being able to see your partner and just again having all those other senses heightened. I think that's pretty spicy. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in for this reaction. Let me know your thoughts down below. Again, if you're new, consider subscribing, liking the video. And again, if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one.